You guys are not going to believe how crazy XRP's bullish scenario is going to be. And right now, you guys, we have hit $3.64 freaking cents for all-time highs, basically $3.65. I want to get right into the video today. Welcome back to the Crypto Moses channel. Please make sure you're subscribed if you're into crypto, day trading, and XRP, just like me every day. Now, what we're going to go over today is talk about the recent highs that XRP made, and then some of these bullish and bearish case scenarios that we need to know. One of the best articles I've seen breaking this down really, really well. Now, realistically, right off the bat, we know that we broke this huge triangle. The best part about hearing this, and we brought this up in that last video, if you saw it, it was a 6-year triangle. And it had a short-term price target of $6, which obviously we haven't made, but that's okay. I don't rely on those. But the good news is we relied about 5% in the latest 24-hour session, and we can literally see that happening here. I would say last day up 2%. But if you want to go down to here from Saturday up until Monday, we had hit $3.65. Like realistically, you guys, we are waiting for it to bring back up and break through. Like right now, I would even say that this trend in a shorter time frame, we've got this little trend that we need to break in order to then confidently say we're back on the bull swing. But the bull swing case scenario is beautiful. Now, XRP is now consolidated down. I wouldn't even say 55. It's about 342 all the way up to maybe about 349. And remember, it's crypto, so it's a little bit more volatile. So realistically, that's kind of the area that we're seeing XRP sitting in right now. Now, this move does confirm the completion of that triangle. The crazy part is it's 6 years, and it does project a Fibonacci that targets it up to $6. Again, it doesn't necessarily guarantee it, but that's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity, right? Now, a couple of things that are backing this analysis up, right, is that the momentum is being picked up by U.S. lawmakers. And that is, in my opinion, the most important thing in crypto for it to 10, 20, 30x from where we are today. Now, the Genius Act and the Clarity Act have very much so become a huge supporting driving force for this. Now, the launch of the ProShares XRP futures, which is an ETF, and that's marked as a significant step in the institutional adoption, which I 100% agree with. Now, price range summary, really, really logical. We are sitting in between the 340 to 349 now, in my opinion, right? We've got the 5% gain and the 4.7 intraday range on the index. I don't actually use the index for my day trades just because I'm in and out for quick scalps. What we're waiting on right now is a break through this triangle, right? That's actually the next goal. But in a technical analysis, we had a symmetrical triangle, and that's been resolved decisively, thank God, right? Now, the new resistance for the top is at around 362 to 365, right? And a consolidation area, I would even say around here of 340 to 348. We had some here in the 50-55 range, but as you can see, this is a consolidation, this is, and this is all the same area. So I would definitely put more heavy numbers on that. Now, with the volume profile basically telling us that a $158 million spike confirms the breakout, and then we would need the follow-up volume to maintain its strength. It did that already, right? Now we're looking at the targeting of the fib. They're assuming in their fib drawing $6. They don't actually draw it on here. I'm just assuming that they used the extension on the very lowest wave. So if you zoom out in the big time frame, right, then you just go to the lowest wave here. This would maybe count as the first wave in and out. And let's just see what this one gives us. I mean, from this immediate drawing, we're looking at 380, right? We're looking at 363 for that stopping point, which is exactly what happened here. And then we're looking at again at 373 and then 379. So I don't necessarily see their $6 prediction, but I do have faith that we could actually get to $6 specifically with all of these fundamental things occurring, right? Like their launch here is very, very, very important. The United States government with the regulatory clarity is very freaking important. Like that's going to determine where this asset goes. It's going to determine what's going to happen with the rest of the market. Now, their bull case is as long as it sustains above the 355 to 360, we could get a retest of the 384. And I totally agree with that. And it could move towards the $6. Obviously, target because of that. Now, the bear case is if it fails below 355, we could be looking at a bearish scenario, bringing it down to about 340. I would even say 330. And this would test the new reset. The thing is, that's a lot more gray area because it hasn't been like a big point that we see a lot and a lot of data in just from what we have here. So I would even say our next support's 347. I would say we could get down to about 335. And if we break through, we'd get down to here about the 326. And I'm just looking for heavy support and resistance zones. But realistically, with XRP and what it's doing right now, it is a great asset to be trading it. I do day trade it. And you guys look at these awesome results. I do use BTCC. They gave me a 10% deposit bonus on whatever I had deposited. It's up to 100K 4-year deposit. So you get up to 10K free money bonus. The link is below, so use that to your advantage. But let me show you guys and why I've been really into the XRP trades, because it moves fast. It's high volatility. It's a great asset. Like I opened this long with 185 in margin, right? 184 in margin. Actually, we had a close here of 103 off of the 184. So actually, I only made about 40% on that first trade. The second trade, we opened it for 91, had a bigger of a loss. It just immediately hit stop loss. But you can see how quick these transactions are. 15.12, 15.25, right? 14.50, 15.03, right? Then we go up to here. This one was my favorites. And this is me scalping throughout a big ride, right? So we started it at 16.31 and the margin was only 183. Immediately 1647, we had a really good big uptick, and I was able to pull out 205 by selling $91 of the margin. So I sold half, then I sold half and half again, which totaled out to be 272 plus 117 plus 205, all using only 183 in margin. Again, I really like being able to do that because I can do that on BTCC. That is why I use the link below. Now, I've got another XRP long. This one actually just hit my stop loss, jumping back out. And we did take some losses too. Please understand, in trading, you will take some losses, but that's the fun of the game, right? Look at this one, $123 in margin to do $297, right? Oh, this is where we got a loss, $91 to lose 160. And it works both ways, right? This one was a $91 and we got to a $93 gain, and you can do that to your advantage. That's why I really like BTCC. I really like the leverage amount. It's so freaking convenient. And just don't forget, you can click here to switch to USDT. Now, for this situation on XRP, I do have huge high faith that we will hit $6, $7, $8. Before, I did not think that this bull run would come as fast. I mean, I want it sooner than later, but at least it did. And remember, XRP made new all-time highs. Ethereum still has not done that. Solana still has not done that. XRP is bringing us into new territory with crypto, and it's showing that XRP is supported by the crypto community and the retail, right? Just like BTC. Ethereum starting to hopefully, like it's looking like we're going to make it back up to the 38, 39, because we are just tapping the tops here, but it's a waiting game. I don't have too much faith in Ethereum getting to 5, but again, hopefully I'm wrong, right? I want to be wrong. That's the goal in this. I want to be wrong. When it comes to XRP and day trading it today, just make sure you've got the charts open. It is going to be a volatile day just because the markets have been very choppy. And right now we are still in a big indetermination mode, whether we're going to break through those previous all-time highs or we're kind of stabilizing here. Quick reminder as well, I do have my trading link below. You can use that. It's very helpful. I really do appreciate it, you guys. And if you want to make gains like this, you just need to be practicing day trading. They do have a demo option. I use Real, but you can set up a demo option and just practice. Just get your reps in so that you can understand how to play within the market. Please make sure you're subscribed, you like, and you follow the channel. I'll see you guys on the next video.